This is how sexy Red be looking when she leave the house. She don't, no purse, just bands in her hand. If you see me. Hey guys, it's your fave cutie Kendra and welcome back to my corner of the internet. Today's video we're going to be talking about my manga journey. All of my life I have been an avid reader. I've always read books, comics. I used to go to the library once a week and get like 8 or 9 books and read them all before it was time to bring them back. Like, your girl loves to read. As I got older, that transferred into a love of reading webcomics and manhwa, but not so much manga. And I couldn't figure out why. I used to read manga. Actually, I only used to read Naruto Shippuden manga because that was the only anime I was watching at the time that was being continued in manga. And if you were watching Naruto Shippuden live, like back in the day when the episodes were coming out, then you know that they would catch up to the manga and then the show, and then they would stop and it'd be like 2 or 5 or 6 episodes, and you have to wait, and then they would do that for like... Honestly, I think that's kind of what turned me off to reading manga, because I was kind of forced into it. You know, I didn't enjoy it because I wanted to read it. I was reading it because the show I was watching was not continuing at the pace that I wanted. I don't think I even touched a manga probably until more recent years, and I definitely didn't buy any until February of this year. So let's talk about how I went from 0 volumes of manga to 25 volumes of manga. So I was in a Twitter space with some mutuals on the Analytical podcast, and I don't know, I forgot what the subject was, but we were talking about webtoons and manga, and I was like, I just don't like reading manga. I've tried on and off. It just doesn't delight me, but I could read webtoons or manhwa, like, you know, take a whole day reading that. And they kind of like looked at me over there, you know, not really looked at me, but they were kind of like, that doesn't make any sense, Kendra. But, you know, here we are. That's just how I felt in January. Now, come February, I was like, you know what? I'm going to try. I am going to try to start buying some physical volumes and see if maybe I don't like reading manga online. I like it, you know, I need a paperback to be able to enjoy it. Okay, so the first few ones on my manga buying journey, I went to Barnes & Noble and I was like, you know what? I loved Watakoi. I watched it during the pandemic. It was very sad there was no season 2, and then I just found out where to watch the 3 ovas, so I will be doing that soon. But I was like, you know what, maybe I should read the manga. So I got volumes 2 and 3, and then I also picked this up because it just looked cute. Also, to clarify, I just realized there's one manga in here that I got late last year. We started this year with like 2 volumes of manga because another one, I supported a small business and their manga. These 2 I've had for a while, but the other ones I just got. But I started this year with 2, and now I have 25. So I read this one the day that I got it, and it was cute, but I still wasn't like excited to go out and buy and get more. So too, the first time I got those volumes, it ended up being $40, and I was like, okay, this is another reason why I don't do this all the time. The next volumes I got were these because I thought they were cute. But again, it just didn't motivate me to actually want to read them. And then something changed. Barnes & Noble's had a buy one, get one free manga sale. Actually, it was buy one, get one 50% off. But either way, I went crazy. These are all the manga I got. I went like 3 times and got all this. So I first started off with volume 1 and 2 of Yakuza Lover. And let me tell you something. If you are a romance girly, this is for you. College girly falls in love with mafia boss. I mean, what more could you need? I also got this after seeing somebody talk about a super cute office romance. Let me cover her. Ladies on Top. I'm not going to tell you the synopsis of this. Just know that it was wrapped in plastic. If you know, you know. Sweat and Soap volumes 1 and 2. I haven't read them yet, but they're actually next now that I finished all of the collections that I have. I also got these on the sale. Ladies on Top volume 2. And Sweat and Soap volume 3. April was a little slow. I only got volume 6 of Trapped in a Dating Sim because I really liked the anime. And then The Villainess and the Demon Knight. I did not read the shit. As you can see, it's still in the plastic. Like I said, if you know, you know. And then in May, your girl went crazy again because Books A Million was having a buy 2 get 1 free. So I got some more manga. I got the next 3 volumes of Yakuza Lover, Lori and Oya. I also got some volumes that I saw in Barnes & Noble, but I was like, I'll wait to see. Bride. These were also wrapped in plastic. I it was, the first volume was a little rough to get through, but second volume picked up. It's about a girl. She is the last human on Earth. She was like frozen in time for like 2,000 years. Humanity was destroyed. She was the last one. And now she has to have kids by all of these the heads of these powerful families to stop this great evil that's coming. I really like this series, and like I said, wrapped in plastic. Oh, before I forget, my last two that I bought, some website was having a going out of business sale, and they're like a physical store, and I bought these two because I love this manga and I already had volume 1. Oh, and also this little nugget, you know, this was a while ago, but I don't really count this as I mean, I count it, but I don't really count it as a manga. But everybody got this. So there's my collection. I'll amend the numbers and take out the 2 that I had. So I'll say 23 volumes of manga that I acquired within a 4-month span, and it's only going to grow from here. I'm carefully cataloging what I want next. I'm even going to be moving my own space around and getting a bookcase so I can be like the cool kids online and have like a little manga library with all my figurines, Funkos, all that good stuff. For any future manga that I will buy, I'm sticking to manga that do not have anime adaptations, or maybe the anime is complete. That's my process. I don't buy manga with the anime that is currently airing. I wait till they're done, or I just don't even get a manga that has an anime at all. That's my process, and that's helped me get this collection like it is so far. But let's say you're somebody who just wants to read manga and you don't particularly care about collecting physical volumes right this moment. I would highly recommend this app that I've been enjoying, which is the Manga Plus app by Shueisha Manga. Shueisha? I don't know if I said that right. They're one of the largest publishing companies in Japan, and they have this app where you can read some of the biggest names in manga right now. They have manga on there available from Weekly Shonen Jump and Jump Plus. They also have some manga that they've done re-editions of, all available in English, and it is completely free. I have been on there like crazy, just looking through and seeing what's available. Some of my favorite manga that I found on there so far, I have quite a few. Oshinoko. I broke my own rule of not reading manga from shows that are currently airing. It's getting, even though it's not currently airing, it is getting a season 2, but I just had to read it, and oh my gosh, I just love a good mystery, and that's really mysterious. Some parts that I'm like, ooh, y'all trying to give me a heart attack, but overall I like the story. Kindergarten Wars, where these ex-cons are school teachers at a kindergarten housing some of the most precious babies from some of the biggest people in Japan, politicians, bankers, all that good stuff, and they have to protect them because assassins always try to come and take out these kids to get to their parents. As that sounds, it's actually a comedy with like hints of romance, is it? And it kind of gives me Spy X Family. I know people don't say the X, but I say the X. One that I binged in a whole day. I read 105 chapters. Hokkaido Gals are super adorable. Now this one, I broke my rule unknowingly. I didn't know it was getting an anime until 70 or 80 chapters in. The author put up a notice that said, hey, it's gonna be made in an anime in 2024. But I really enjoyed it. It's just a really cute, romantic, I wouldn't even say it's comedy, just a romantic slice of life. It's about a boy, Tsubasa, who moves from Tokyo to Hokkaido. He meets Fuyami at a bus stop, sees this cute gal in just leg warmers, a sweater, a jacket, and boots with no tights on. And he's like, I know she's cold. He asks her for directions. They find out they're in the same school, in the same class, and romantic hijinks ensue. I love Fuyami so much. She's like the sweetest. And if you get a chance to read it or watch it early next year, I feel like you're gonna have the same feelings for her that I have for her. Marriage Toxin, which is really good. My Girlfriend gives me goosebumps. You and I are polar opposites. Like, there's just so much stuff on there to read, especially if you don't want to get physical volumes, because some of the ones that you would get physical, you can actually even read on there. I'm still astonished sometimes by like the craze that I went through getting all these manga. Like, look at this, like 23 volumes, 22 volumes in only like 4 months. That's crazy. Like, look at that. This is how Sexy Red be looking when she leave the house. She don't, no purse, just bands in her hand. Ski. So yeah, that's my journey from going from not reading manga at all to now reading manga quite often. I'm on that Manga Plus app at least, 2 to 3 times a week. I'm going through my physical volumes. I like to read them in groups. I've really been enjoying manga and just the stories that are being told. I can't believe I was missing out on all these good stories because I was being stubborn. Do you have a physical manga library, or do you just read all of your manga online, or are you a combination of both? Did you see any mangas that were interesting today, or any mangas that you like that I didn't mention? Let me know in the comments below, because over here we read, baby. We read. In the words of the great Lil Jon, read a book. You know that rest of the part. And subscribe. Okay, bye.